Hello, everyone. I think we are live. I'm always checking technically for live. So, welcome and Happy New Year to all of you. 2022. I love this number. 22 is one of my lucky numbers. So, definitely, I love this year and I hope it's going to bring us the best. So, hello, AJ. Let me know who's there. Let me know we're live on YouTube and on Facebook on the page and in the group, and we'll be also there on Instagram as well. So welcome to this weekly activation and talk. Today we have a specific and special, hello Nicole, hello Facebook user. Today we have a really special topic. Some people might think that it is not highly spiritual to talk about business, money, and technology and everything that allows you to be out there showing your stuff, sharing your stuff, making a living from it. So some people might not think that it is spiritual or it's energetically high, but it is, and we will talk about that today. So if you're joining for the first time, well, I'm Natalie Restored. I'm your Lightworker mentor. Through channelings and connections to your higher self and your star family, I simply help you to unlock your gifts, to clear all the fears around you, being you out there in the world, doing your magic, and feeling abundant about it. So I hope you're all good. I hope you're all fine. Let me know who's there. And again, I think we're ready to start. And what we'll do, and remember, those activations, those talks are happening every week in the group. If you're not in the group yet, depending where you're from, please connect. I will just put the link here for you guys to connect. It's on Facebook. It's totally free. And it is important to stay with a community, with people, with an energy, within a container that is really uplifting, because life is life. And sometimes we feel like we're losing track of where we're supposed to go. We're being overwhelmed by the 3D world. So just join the group if you're not there. So why don't we just go with a quick activation, just to get us to open our hearts and mind, because when you open your heart, you don't receive the information I will share from a mental and rational point of view. You will receive it from an intuitive and energetic point of view. And this is how I really want you to receive the information today. Maritza's there, wonderful. So let's do this. Let's close our eyes right now. Take a deep breath in through the nose. And release completely until no more breath. Let's do this 2 more times. And imagine this time, not a bubble of white light, a cylinder of white light. So a cylinder, imagine just a long tube of light connecting you to the earth and connected to higher realms, so space, higher realms, higher dimensions, and you're right in the middle. You're right in the center of that cylinder, of that tube of energy. See the light. See what color this light has for you. But what we're doing right now is that we are firmly grounding ourselves to earth, to the 3rd dimensional life, without being altered, without being misaligned from this connection to the 3D reality. That's where our body is experiencing its life, its journey. So feeling grounded, and at the same time feeling elevated. Your heart center, right in the middle of your chest, is opening up like a door, creating what we call a torus field around you, which is all the energy around, creating kind of an apple around you, and all this energy is moving. And that allows you to receive everything we will talk about today from a loving, open, an energetic point of view, and not from the fear aspect, from the judgmental aspect, from your own old program aspects, really from an energetic point of view. So let's take another deep breath in through the nose and breathe out. Bring both of your hands on your heart center. I'm not doing it because my microphone's there, but feel your hands there and simply tell yourself whatever will be shared today, whatever needs to be integrated will go through your heart to your mind and will do exactly the mental connection, the vibrational connection that is necessary for you to do. Anything that is outdated or irrelevant for you will simply be dissolved, disregarded. So be it. All right. Hello, everyone. I have MJ in the house. I have Moon in the house. Hello, everyone. And of course, my beautiful Heidi there. So today's topic is being an abundant light worker in a business field. So I want to know here who is, I forgot my little notes. I should grab them. So don't go. Technical issues. I want to know here who is working as an intuitive, who is part-time, full-time, doesn't matter. I just want to know who is already working. So whether you are doing card readings, healing, art, anything that implies that you're using your intuitive powers for support to heal yourself and help others, who is already doing this. It is important just to monitor where you're at right now. Now, when you want to help others, it is, of course, you need to understand your own powers. You need to understand how it works. You need to understand what is the best channel to share it. You need to know a little bit about yourself. So I'm reading what you guys are sharing right now as it is coming through. Maritza, I want to start doing it part-time this year, but not yet. Totally fine. Nicole says I use cards for my daily personal practice. So far, it's more personal stuff, but with the hope of being out there. So that's beautiful. I have people I know in the community here that are already working full-time in it or part-time. And again, when you're working with the intuitive realms, anything, any kind of tool may be used in order to help you share the message. And again, the message goes through you, so you get healing at the same time. Moon says, started to offer your service, but you're still structuring your services and looking for a new jib at the moment to also help stabilize my finances. Yeah, and we'll talk about that. Melinda says, I am doing it, but not for money, just playing right now. But this is your year, Melinda. Yes, 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 yes. I've been giving, Maritza says, free readings and healing sessions for family and friends this past month. So I know I've worked with a few, so I recognize some of my students there. And I know that usually the first part is really to develop your intuitive powers and to trust them. If you don't trust them, it's hard to monetize them. It's hard to say, this is the value, this is what I can offer you. I've tested it on so many people and this is their feedback. So I know it's potent, I know it's powerful. So until you kind of know this and understand how it works, of course, you need to practice. But remember, if you really want to be a fully aligned light worker, you don't have to work in the field. But let's say that you will reach more people. And it doesn't matter which vector of communication you use to do that. Some people will share light codes through paintings, through writings. And it's as potent and as powerful than a person who decides to do readings or, like me, mentoring others. Or Reiki. I see Nicole says that She has taken Reiki level 1. So again, what will block you, and it's important to recognize your blocks as a light worker in order to move forward. It's are you aligned right now? Are you really aligned with your mission? Are you aligned with the gifts that are coming through, knowing that more will come through as you work your light, as you work with the gifts you're receiving? As an example, for me, it went very slowly because I didn't have any support and I didn't have any help. So I kind of went very slowly. But every time I was receiving some kind of guidance from my higher self, from a mentor, from a teacher, from a workshop, from a vision, then if ever I was just observing it and delighting myself into the wonderful, blissful moment of the vision, then it just remained a vision. It just remained a dream. It just remained an information. What is important is that if you have a hunch or if you have a vision or you get some kind of intuition or message about doing something, about practicing, about telling people about it, and about testing your abilities with others, don't keep it inside. Don't keep it as a vision. It is important that you play with it, you explore it, you experiment. Again, if you don't do that, you simply slow down your evolution, the evolution of the expression of your gifts. And if you slow it down, then it is hard really for you to evaluate how good and potent it is, because you just either do it for yourself or maybe your spouse or maybe your friends. And, it's not always very objective what our loved ones are saying. Sometimes they don't believe in it, and it might not be reflecting how powerful your work is, or they love you so much and they will tell you anything you want to hear. So it is important out there to be out there doing your stuff, but not only with people to just try it, explore it. So at first you might want to do it for free. I actually have said it many times. Do not give things for free. Always ask for an exchange. So maybe you might want to trade a service with a testimonial. It is an energy exchange. It is important. What you're doing is that you're helping people find their way, unlock themselves, potentially heal themselves. This has a value. You don't go to your doctor, to your dentist, to your psychologist with the hope they're going to welcome you for free. You don't, and I'm pretty sure they're hoping to survive from their service. So think of the energy. Think of, I'm giving you something, even though you're starting in it, make sure you receive something. I tell that to my clients so many times. Free things, yes, against a testimonial, against some kind of other exchange that you can use to develop yourself and grow. Yes, but not more than 4 times or so. Eventually, you need to see money come in. Unless you don't want to do that as a work and it remains a hobby, then you can take as long as you want. But if you want to be out there to help as many people as possible, including yourself, you need to have means to reach many people. So we're lucky. Facebook is free, unless you want to advertise, but then it's taking a long time. It took me years to build a community, and still I could reach more people, but then I need to invest in advertising, in ads, in whatever whatever tools I need to invest in. So you understand that if I was not charging, or if you're not charging, you'll be limited to the kind of reach you have. So see what you're able to do right now, how you feel comfortable to tell, to share your gift with others. But if in your heart you really feel that something is calling you to go beyond your friends and family in terms of reach, then it's time for you to start thinking, how can I monetize it? Again, we're not talking about greed and power. We're talking about I'm helping you, help me. I have an ability. I can help you, whatever your goal is, whatever your gifts are, but I can help you. Like personally, I help light workers uncover their gifts. That accelerates their awakening. So if I want to reach more people, I need finances. I need to put a value on this. So it is very important for you to think eventually that even though it's fun to do it, you need to potentially put a price on that. Now, what price can you put? What is the right price? Well, that will depend on your experience and how you feel, how vibrationally you feel about it. Okay? There are prices that to me don't mean much to me, okay? My vibration. Things like, and I've done that, I've been there. I've been there because that was a long time ago. And at the same time, when I switched from regular hypnosis to channeling, then I went this way. I was relying on donation, and people were wonderful and they were generous. But eventually, a $5, a $10, a $20, you work hard just to be out there. That is not enough. That doesn't help you to make a living from it. Okay. Again, if it's a part-time thing and you really have another source of income, then it doesn't matter. You're just fully of service, and that's fine. But if you have an intention to be fully dedicated to your work, then the vibration of $20 for maybe an hour of work is not much. We're not talking, you're not a salesperson. You are a healer. You are a person who is holding the light, which means divine light, and you receive the light in a more powerful way than, let's say, the lay person, the person who is not awakened yet. So it's time, and it's investment of time and energy. You probably have invested in workshops, in trainings, and different self-care support in order to get where you're at. This is an investment. How do you monetize that again? You have to think of all those years you have worked on yourself. That has a value. Now you have to review how much you value yourself. I mean, if to you would not invest in somebody's intuitive support or service in the high-end spectrum, do not expect to charge this. If you would not pay more than $100, $200, $500 for a person working over an hour, a week, whatever container that person is holding for you, then if you don't give yourself a clear value for the work you do, then it's hard for you to charge that price. You understand? So if you are not yourself able to invest in your own wellness, in your own growth, spiritual and energetic growth, how can you charge a similar price? So if for you say, well, I can only invest $20 in a workshop, if you like to work with tarot cards and you have a wonderful tarot cards and it costs $200 and you think, oh no, I cannot, then you understand that I don't say you have to spend much to have a high value, but understand that people that are usually charging a little bit more than the average have something unique to offer. And I know this is most of you guys. So this has a price that allows you to stand out. You are more than a $20 for a reading. You're more than $100 or $200 for a full session. What you give is more than that. If you're telling a person what I'm going to share with you will change your life, you will never be the same. How much is that worth, really? It's a lot. When you change people's lives, it's a lot. Again, do you hesitate to pay a few hundreds for your vet, for your doctors, for your health? You don't question those services because the system has put a value on it. It's true, we have to work, us light workers and healers and intuitives, on showing people the value of this work because the system is not yet valuing this. Again, a lot of people are not feeling well lately. and they're starting to look for alternative options. That includes what we offer them. And they're starting to be a lot less picky about the price. They start to investigate, they try, they observe, they like your vibration, they start to invest because they realize that the mainstream is not enough. The mainstream health system is not enough, whether it's physical health, whether it's also psychological health. So again, if you don't trust how powerful you are, then the price you will charge will always be lower than what you are able to charge, are able to get. And of course, if you're charging, let's say $100 for something that could easily be valued at $500, then you start to attract clients who see yourself as a person who shares something of a value of $100. So if it's less than that, you will attract people who will say, oh, $20 or $40 or $100. I know 100 is a lot for that, but let's say that you're changing somebody's life. Really, you're really shifting their vibration and their health. $100, $200, it's nothing to change somebody's life. It's nothing. I have spent dozens of thousands of dollars, like really, to get where I am right now. Sometimes it was for healing energy work. Sometimes it was for massage. Sometimes it was for mentorship. Sometimes it was to buy books, to buy workshops. Every year, I have connected to different sources of help, of support, different people teaching something different. So if we were going to put a value on me as a person, I would say probably $50,000. $50,000 working on me in order to feel more at ease with what I'm sharing right now. And that includes everything from hypnotherapy to having a wonderful conversation with a mentor, to maybe doing some yoga. I am the sum of everything I have learned that took me and that led me where I am right now, which allows me to confidently share my gifts with you. It's not just the channeler you see in front of you. It's not just the higher self connector, the intuitive accelerator you see. It is the sum of all the little steps I have made to take care of myself, to feel strong, to be there. So when you charge a price for a reading, for a session, for a mentoring, for an art you're sharing, don't think of just the material and the time. Think of all the work you have done since you're aware that you have an inclination to magical arts. And if you do the addition, you will be in thousands and thousands. So it's not a diploma you can put on the wall. And maybe you have a few diplomas that could attest that you have done something. But what about all the books? What about all the meditations and even the activations you have done with me? I mean, this is a part of your learning curve. This is part of strengthening who you are. And this has a price. This has a price. So do not price yourself based on the amount of minutes you spend with a person. Think of the outcome. I can help you uncover your gifts. I can help you understand why you're sick. I can help you unlock your powers. I can help you with codes, heal a chronic pain, whatever your gifts are. Think of the outcome, and that outcome as a price. You do not want to work with people who will pay $50, $100, and won't be as involved. Actually, it's even better to take the hand of your clients over a few weeks. This is what I have shifted. Again, I'm talking to you based on personal experience. I realized that one session, one reading, one little thing here and there might just do one little thing, one little shift in people's lives. It's so much better for you to say, I'm going to work with you over 2 weeks, over 2 months, over half a year. Because every time you will grow, you, my client, you, my student, I will be there. And suddenly the value of what you offer is not just one little result after an hour of work. It's all the support you can give them over a few weeks, over a few months. And then you are changing their lives. You're not just telling them, oh, in a few weeks, you'll probably meet that person, which will lead you to this. That's great. But do you know if they're going to take actions? Do you know if they're going to do what you're suggesting them? No, because you might not have any other session with them. If you're selling them or offering them a package where you're really holding them with loving energy and all your power, then they start to trust and they give themselves into your vortex, into your energy, they trust it, and you'll see they'll be in the action. There will be act upon what you're suggesting, what you're receiving for them. And if you have a session at $20, well, even if you're so potent and so powerful, the person would say, well, that's great. If it doesn't work, who cares? It's only $20. And it's true, $20 is not much anymore. So think of the belief you have around how much your worth is, and go back in time. Write down on a list all the things you have read, participate in, and put that as your credentials. Put that as, this is why I charge what I charge. Okay? So your beliefs. Do not wait for society to tell you how much you're worth, because yet we're not recognized like mainstream wise. You're as, to me and to so many people, you're as important and important and powerful as a psychologist, as a dentist. You see, you're working on another field. It is as important. Your clients should be able to go to you for, let's say, the more spiritual and energetic aspect of their wellness, and still be able to go to their doctor. They have to be also educated around the value that you have to offer them. I forgot the name of the guy I saw on TikTok. He's a coach, and he said, I have spent over hundreds of thousands on my self-growth. You are your best investment. You should never, and that's what your clients should think of when they're investing in themselves. But if you don't believe you're worth a course, or maybe another crystal, or maybe another kind of support, another activation, another 20 or another 100 or another, if you cannot give that to yourself, then you will never attract clients that will value your work, because they will vibrate with your own vibration. You are spending 24 hours a day in your head, in your body. You hear your thoughts, you feel your pain, you hear your hopes. You cannot deny that being. And that being, you need to pamper that being. You need to give them whatever, to give yourself whatever will ignite you and move you to your next step. And if you're scared of investing, then of course your clients will be scared of investing. You don't have to go in debts for whatever, but just see how much you're important. Invest in yourself, and you will share that energy with others. You will also say, this is what I've learned for myself. This is what I have studied. This is what I have worked with. I'm giving back to you through a container, a service, an offering I have created. So beliefs are important. Self-confidence, self-value, how much you value yourself is important. You cannot charge more than you would invest for yourself. If you don't think that investing, I don't know, $1,000 for a, 2-week mentorship, or a 2-week workshop, or maybe crystal balls because you think your energy with the crystals would be beautiful, then you will always work in a vibration of lack. You know, it's so low density when you always think, oh my God, that would be great if I could work with one crystal ball. I sense the energy, I heard it, it would be so good. But you're like, oh, but it costs $200. Forget it. And every month you think of that crystal ball, and you haven't planned any ways to get there. You haven't planned any course to use it. So in your mind, what you're anchoring is the lack. oh God, I would do so much better if I had a crystal ball, or if I mastered my higher self connection, I would, but I cannot afford it yet. So I'm not going to charge. I'm not going to charge that amount because I'm lacking, because I don't have. So your beliefs, it is important that you reprogram your beliefs about the potency, the value of the work you do. Remember, think of the container you give to people and the outcome, not the amount of hours you work with them. You understand? I mean, if you can, within an hour, shift people very, very quickly, while others might do this in 10 weeks, you can charge $3,000 for an hour. If you can do that while others might do it in a longer time or in a longer term, remember, think of the outcome and not about the length of time you're working with them. And so there were three elements. The first one, your beliefs, the beliefs about how much you can do for others, about yourself, how you value money, how much you would invest for yourself. Then, of course, self-value. If you cannot yourself invest in your own growth and whatever tools you need to feel aligned, whatever you need to answer your calling, then you will never attract people who will feel that they can invest in you, because you will just reflect that energy. And the last point, or the last element, is make sure you understand your life mission. Are you aligned with it? If you're not aligned with your life mission, then you will always feel that you're lacking something. Again, the lack. You will always feel, well, I probably need to master my starseed energy. Like, do you really need to know from which planet or on what planet you have lived on to really be fully intuitive? No, you don't. It's a bonus. It is a bonus. But if you're always waiting to get the clarity around it, you will never do anything. I'm learning about myself. I'm learning about my gifts. Every week, every month, I'm remodeling my offerings. I add stuff. I add new recordings. I add new stuff. So Nicole says, how can you figure out your life mission? There's many ways. It's to connect to your higher self and your star family through channelings. I mean, if you already have your own intuitive powers and you're already connected, just ask. It might come through little increments of information. It might be like a little vision, a little vision, or a little message, or a little guidance. So that is, if you're fully activated, energetically speaking, you will know very quickly. If you're not fully activated energetically, then you might rely on other sources of guidance. Okay, so which means you might either ask cards, ask through a workshop. You might just suddenly get the information, or working with me as a mentor. That's the kind of thing we do to make sure that we get clear around your life mission. When your life mission is clear, which means you know which powers you're meant to be using, how, with whom, then suddenly you don't disperse yourself everywhere. You're not like, should I use the cards? Should I use the crystal bowl? Should I use Reiki? Should I blah, 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 blah? Because if you're everywhere, you're nowhere. If you think you can use everything, you're not using anything. You dilute your energy on everything. So what is important is that you learn more about your life mission. So again, it can come naturally, or you might want to accelerate it, because when you accelerate it, then you don't wonder, who am I working with what tool? So your life mission will, even if you're still struggling, advertising, being out there saying who you are, when your life mission is clear, you cannot live your life ignoring it anymore. As soon as I knew that I was channeling people's higher selves and guides, and I was meant to work with light workers, it took me a while because I was alone figuring this out. But it took me 12 months to shift from therapeutic hypnosis to complete channeling. COVID helped. It's sad to say, but it did help because I was not, for a few months, I was not meeting one-on-one clients. So I had more time to focus. Okay, I have time. Who do I want to work with? Then, instead of working with any kind of light worker, because I'm channeling clearly, I received that now I'm meant to work with awakening and definitely rising light workers. So light workers who understand and are motivated to help others. Okay? So your life mission is important because you cannot remain blind when you're clear about your life mission. It's as if you're waking up every morning thinking, what can I do today to get closer to the vision I have for myself? It's calling. I remember even when I was doing therapeutic hypnosis, I was always like, okay, what can I do before my clients, after my clients, in order to make sure that I do something every day that gets me closer to my life mission? I knew it, so it felt a lot stronger. So again, get clear about your beliefs. Are there outdated beliefs here? You see, Melinda says, I've spent around 15,000 over the last 30 years, books, course, mentorships. And yes, and that makes you who you are. That gives you the power to say, it's not recognized like a university diploma, meaning that that's it. You put it on your wall, then everybody knows you have gone through this and that training. So that's why it is so important. We don't have the diploma that tells how potent we have. So we have to demonstrate. And if people think that because these are gifts, we shouldn't charge, well, we're in the 3D world. I'm sorry. I'm still eating food. I'm still drinking. I still need a roof over my head. And I still need some spotlights, a webcam, softwares to talk to you. And I need a lot of tools to do my job. Eventually, I don't know if we'll be alive to see this, but eventually everything will be balanced, meaning money. We will give service, receive service without having through that money kind of system. But now this is how we're working. And you can be in love with money. Love, not like power trip and just manipulation and all this. You can just, hey, money's coming in, perfect. How can I use it? That's what allows me also to be with you and offer so much free content. It's because I work with more motivated people that are really invested in their journey and they want to help others. So I receive energy, I share it to you. You invest in yourself through my services, and that's the same for you. I'm taking myself as an example. And as soon as you feel powerful enough, then you start to share with others. This is a life mission of a light worker in general. So I hope it helped. I hope it did help a lot. I mean, I do feel that I should probably do an activation just on this, like really on this, to unlock you. Now we talked about it, but that would be nice to unlock people. So I'll see if I can do that very soon. But guys, mark your calendars. January 9th, which is Sunday at 11:30 Pacific, which is 2:30 Eastern time, which is 7:30 in the UK. We have an activation. It's called 2022 Quantum Intuitive Acceleration. So it's the part 2 of what we did last week. Last week, we kind of cleared your system of everything you have accumulated over the year, mentally, physically, and energetically, in a beautiful, gentle way. While Sunday, it is fully activating. We're all about the vision and how to make the vision into concrete actions. Everybody will receive whatever they're meant to be receiving. So it's on Zoom. It won't be on Facebook. I will share the link. I thought I would be ready. I was not. So I'll share it here in the comments. And I will, of course, post the details how to register. It is a paying activation because it will last somewhere between 75 to 90 minutes. When you join it, you will also get access to the activation we had last week. So if ever if you missed it, perfect. If you want to replay it again and get ready for Sunday, even better. And of course, you'll have access to them after the actual activation. I did it on Sunday to make sure everybody could be there live. But again, if you cannot be there live, no worries. Now, I am launching right now a membership. I call it the Multidimensional Lightworker membership or community, which means that every month I will share 2 activations, one to reboot you, to reconnect you, to reactivate you, to work on different aspects of what it is to be the life, to have a life as a light worker. And that includes also the business aspect. So 1 activation per month. Another activation around connecting to the collective. People, and I know some of you are here, who have joined my group program know exactly what I mean when I'm saying when I connect to the group and we receive information and upgrades from other collectives. So whether it's the Pleiadians, whether it's the Arcturians, whether it's other collectives we don't know about, it's amazing. It's like being in a classroom in another dimension and we start to upload, upgrade. It's quite amazing. So 2 types of activations per month, plus already a dozen of activations already available in the membership, plus 3 times a year, I will do what I call a Higher Self Connection Festival. For 60 minutes, everybody in my membership will receive a message. Everybody, a personal message. And I shouldn't say a message, it's an activation. So not only do you have the group setting, but you also have the personal support, which is amazing. So the good thing, because I'm launching the membership, is that you have 2 options. When you will register for Sunday's activation, which is already amazing on its own, you get 1 month access to the membership. Okay? 1 month access to the membership. You have the choice not to get in and just get the activation, but think about it. I'm offering you 1 month access to my membership and everything and the group support, plus the activation, or just the activation for the same price. Of course, you have the choice to pay per month or to pay for the year. No worries. You can disconnect and delete and cancel anytime if you feel it's not a fit. But the difference is that I'm really talking to the light workers who are really focused. So it means that at least a few hours a month, you really want to listen to the activations that are already offered, plus be there live when I'm there live. Times will change to make sure I'm really reaching every time zones. But let's say that the free group on Facebook, and I'll just post the free group because I know I'm also there on, I think I did already, but if ever you want to check the free group, you can join. It has nothing to do with the free group. It's like the free group times 100 in terms of energy. There will be specific topic like today's, like business, anxiety, how to light workers and intuitives are dealing with anxiety, how to make sure you're clear before meeting a client, after a client, how to connect to your higher self even better, how to everything a light worker can experience in his life on a monthly, daily basis. We will look at this because people who will join are highly activated or highly connected. Again, you don't have to master everything. As long as you feel in your heart that you want to really use your intuitive powers, you want to develop them, you want to be better at it, you want to understand your value as a light worker, you want even to design your business. I know that I will offer activations around building your program, your services, and putting a price that is really reflecting the energy you're vibrating in. That is part of being a light worker, and how to work very well with your 3rd dimensional world. So again, it will be launched officially on the 6th, which is Thursday. Okay. And as of the 11th, we have our first group activation already. So it's a lot of information. Don't worry about it. I will share all the links. Again, you can connect and just get Sunday's activation, which is enough. It will set you for at least to allow you to envision your year, but for the same price, which is under $40, you will also get access to a month of the membership, which is, I would say, at least 15 more activations for the same price. Again, if you like the experience, then we'll stay together for months and months. If you realize it's not what you're looking for or it's not what you need, no worries, you just disconnect. How does it sound? Does it sound exciting? So I don't have the links yet. I'm sorry. I don't have the links yet. But again, you will have two options, my friends. And honestly, if you don't know my vibration yet and you're not sure, Melinda says, I want it. Oh yeah, I know you will benefit from this, my friend. And you will probably see some of your friends that will join the group. So, or the community. So, if you don't know how I work and you want to see if your vibration is elevated by mine or if it's a fit without, let's say, working one-on-one with me, this is the nice way of getting into my vortex and see how it works and what we can learn. Then from there, you have the choice to stay within the group, or you may decide to say, Natalie, I love what we did. Can we work you and I together? Perfect. Then we can go into one-on-one process. It's kind of a very, very interesting way of doing it. Now, if you're ready right away and you say, Natalie, I love your energy, but more than that, I know you can help me and you want to know how I can help you, then just book a call with me. Book a call with me will be the, at least if you're not sure whether you want to work in a group setting, one-on-one setting, or just community, which means just a few hours a month setting, then call me. Okay, it's the conversation is free. Go to the address here. Let me see if I can copy and paste it here, and I will let you go after this. I want you to just the conversation will simply help you understand which of the three offers I have is good for you. Again, the community, the one-on-one, or the group setting. From there, you'll know. But if ever you want to work with my energy, but you're not sure, then the membership, the community group is perfect. So I'll send you all the links. I spent an extra 10 minutes more with you, which I love anyways, but I'll let you go. I wish you the best, and I hope this little information helped you around understanding your value, your beliefs, and your life mission, and knowing that these are key elements in order to understand how you can make a living, how you can be in business as a light worker. And again, I'll share the links for the activation coming on Sunday, and for the same price, the activation plus the membership access. All right. So I'm sending you lots of hugs, and we'll see you tomorrow. We have a replay of this. And if you're watching this during the replay, then feel free to contact me. It's as potent as powerful. The links will be available. You'll be able to book yourself for whatever option is good for you. I'm wishing you a great day, guys. It was a pleasure connecting with you. And again, let me see if I have more comments. Yeah. And again, Happy New Year, guys. This year is going to be amazing, 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 amazing. I love you guys. Bye-bye.